Hey, it's me, Jen again, and these are the most frequently asked questions that I get about how to shrink thyroid nodules. Coming up. Hello and welcome to the live stream, and today we're going to be talking about the best kept secrets of how to shrink your thyroid nodules. Oh, excuse me, this is my lawyer. I better take this. Hello? Oh, I can't tell people how to shrink thyroid nodules? Because there aren't any proven methods that work for everyone, and individual results may vary. And some people have huge nodules that need immediate medical attention. I see. Okay, thank you. Bye. Sorry about that. Turns out I can't tell you about the best kept secrets to shrink thyroid nodules, so instead, I'm going to tell you about what natural methods I've heard about, what I think about them, and which ones I would recommend to you. Oh, it's him again. Hold on. Hello? Oh, I can't give medical advice because I'm not a doctor? I see. Thank you. You are such a good lawyer. So, since it turns out I'm not an actual doctor, I can't make recommendations to you, but I can tell you my opinion, and then you can do your own research and see what works best for you, because that's your job, and I don't want to get sued. Don't forget to like and subscribe. The most frequently asked questions that I get, besides those about RFA and PEI, are how do I shrink my nodules naturally? Or what lifestyle changes should I make to keep my nodules from coming back after treatment? Or what supplements should I take? And I totally get it. I've had the same questions since 2014 when I was originally diagnosed with thyroid nodules. And I think this is a totally normal response because most people don't relish the idea of undergoing a surgery. And currently, that is the standard of care, whether your thyroid is functioning properly or not. Thyroid nodules can impact your hormone levels, but most of the time they don't, which means you could have a perfectly functioning thyroid that's surgically removed only because of the thyroid nodules. Science hasn't exactly pinpointed why we get thyroid nodules, but they have some pretty good ideas. It varies a lot from person to person. It's very multifaceted. It depends somewhat on your genetics. It depends on your exposure to endocrine disrupting chemicals, and it can depend on your lifestyle choices. Every single person who has thyroid nodules likely has a different root cause, which is made up of varying amounts of the different things that I listed a moment ago. Figuring out exactly how to approach this is very individual and not one size fits all, which is why there is no one proven method to shrink thyroid nodules naturally. What are some of the things that I have tried that I think are worth considering? A ketogenic diet that is very low in processed foods, high in vegetables, and I'm also dairy-free and egg-free. Intermittent fasting. There's a lot of research and anecdotal evidence to indicate that this is beneficial in terms of cancer. And so I'm assuming that it would have positive benefits in terms of thyroid nodules as well. However, I have not been able to find any research to back this up, but I'm still implementing this strategy on my own regardless. I implemented these two strategies in May of 2020, and since then, my health has improved dramatically. I've lost 27 pounds. I feel so much better. I have much more mental clarity and physical stamina, and I just feel so much better. All of my blood work for my thyroid is normal, and my blood sugar levels and insulin levels are all doing fantastic. So these are some great strategies for just general health and wellness that are helping me regardless of whether they're helpful to my thyroid nodules or not. If you don't know my story, I had a huge thyroid nodule on the right side of my thyroid and one small thyroid nodule on the left side. And the right side has been treated with RFA. The left side is not large enough to require treatment and it doesn't cause me any problems. When I implemented these strategies, I hoped that maybe I could let this side be my test to see if it would shrink from these strategies. And after following these strategies for 6 months, unfortunately, that nodule has not shrunk at all. However, it has not grown either, and that's a good thing. So if I can continue to live with this kind of a lifestyle and keep that nodule from ever getting any larger, it won't require RFA treatment. And just a side note, an update on my treated nodule that's on the right side of my thyroid that started around 65 to 75 milliliters It has now shrunk down to between 10 and 15 milliliters in size. And this is very exciting because that's a significant amount of shrinking. So after years of searching for the perfect natural answer, I haven't been able to find one. I was one of those people who fell into the category of having a huge nodule that needed immediate medical attention. If you recall from my very first YouTube video, I had an allergic reaction to antibiotics, which caused my already large nodule to rapidly double in size, and I was having extreme difficulty with swallowing and breathing. I didn't have time to wait any longer for any natural methods to work, and I had to do something immediately. And some of you may fall into this category too, and if that's the case, I would strongly urge you to do your research on thyroid RFA for solid nodules and thyroid PEI for fluid-filled cysts. These procedures are proven to be safe and effective at shrinking thyroid nodules. For more information and resources on that, please watch the other videos on this channel, join the Thyroid RFA and PEI Testimonials Facebook group, or head over to my blog, itsmejenigan.com. And FYI, RFA has a reliable track record with many studies to back that up. In fact, right now there are even 2 clinical trials happening in the US on the results of thyroid RFA and thyroid cancer. Stay tuned for those results in the coming months. If you are someone who has smaller nodules that aren't dangerous, then maybe you want to try some natural methods to shrink your thyroid nodules. But make sure that you have a doctor you trust who can monitor the size and characteristics of your nodules. And remember that what you try may or may not work. And if something works for you, it might not work for someone else. And hopefully one day we'll have some scientific evidence to show us some proven methods that will naturally shrink thyroid nodules. But until then, I'm so thankful that we have RFA and PEI. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon, and share this video with someone you know who has thyroid nodules, because I know you know someone who has thyroid nodules. And never forget to educate yourself and always be your own health advocate. Don't forget to like and subscribe.